The last session that we're going to have. The panel this morning set the tone for the conclusion of this colloquium. The panelists who were here from different sectors provided a resounding affirmation to the recommendations that came out of a marathon information and consultation sessions held over the past 2 months. These consultations were held with young people, they were held with faith-based organizations, they were held with civil society organizations, organized labor, business, and government. In these various consultations, there were robust discussions on the feasibility of the recommendations that we had put forward. The different views emerging on how we can achieve a carbon neutral future. I think we're moving now to the conclusion of this colloquium. I'm going to invite Dr. Crispin Olver to come over and do a summary and closing of this colloquium. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for staying. Kinds of engagement and input that we had. I'm going to attempt to give a summary. And in a summary, I'm not going to capture everything. So I apologize in advance. But during the day, we've been listening quite carefully, and I'm going to try and capture what I think is a consensus in this room. And you might not think there's a consensus. There's some voices heading in quite different directions. But I think there are a couple of areas that we fundamentally agree on. And so I'm going to ask for the first slide. Yeah. So, in that framework, we want to see an equitable sharing of risks with targeted support to those that are most at risk. And that's got to include, and a number of important issues have been raised: skills, human health, economic diversification, social support, energy access, and poverty. There's also a procedural component to